Everyone, so as you can see some of my past but recent videos, I've been getting into internet protocol IP cameras. You call them security cameras if you want to, but the price of these things have been coming down over the last several years and the quality has been going up. So they're pretty fun devices to play with. What you're looking at is an inside one from the brand Hikvision. It's a brand out of China that they are an OEM for several different other vendors. They rebrand a lot of things, and basically, anyway, they've become very popular on the market, mainly for an outside one that I also have. But this inside one is the Hikvison DS-2CD2432F-IW. And the big thing about this particular brand is the ones that are most popular are they're at 3 megapixels, which doesn't sound like a lot for a digital camera or anything like that, but for a security camera, that's a pretty impressive quality. It's basically, it has the ability to do more than 1080p, so full HD. It can do 1080p very well at 30 frames per second. It can do above that at basically 20 frames a second. You get into a cropping factor that looks a bit odd, but it can be pretty fun. So this one is kind of amazing in that let me just read some of the specs to you, all right? So 3 megapixels, it will go to 2048 by 1536 resolution. It encodes in H.264 MPEG. It has infrared up to 10 meters. It has a built-in microphone and speaker, which is very rare for these types of cameras at this price point. It can hold an SD card up to 64 gigabytes in there. That's not something I'm using, but it's capable of doing that. It works by Wi-Fi or a cord. I have it plugged in to a network cord because the network cord also sends it power, so PoE. And if you have the ability to do that, it's going to offer a more stable connection, a faster connection, and again have one wire for both the data and the power. If you use wireless, the wireless will work well enough, but you still need a cord for the power. So for me, it was easy enough to plug it in anyways. This camera comes in a variety of different lens configurations. So what you're looking at is a 4mm one, which is kind of it's fairly wide angle. You can also get it in a 2.8, which is even more wide. It's 1.8 pounds. Well, those are the specs basically. Depending on where you buy it, there's not very many places you can get this for a great price yet. All the time. Some of the vendors, they pop up and it is a good price, but it's not as widely found as some of the other brands. So what does that all mean? You can get it on Amazon, you can get it at some local security vendors, local meaning smaller business, but still over the internet, for less than $200. I would say a good price in May 2014 is probably around the 169 to 180 price point US dollars. I would consider that a good price. Anything above that for a US product, I would wait. Now with this brand, you have the ability to order direct from Chinese vendors through the internet, and you can get them for about $75 to $100 less. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. You may end up getting a Chinese language model or a Chinese configured model. Again, nothing wrong with that. People have been doing that from the forums I've been reading. You then get into some challenges with firmware. It seems as though people are working through that okay, but for me, at this point, the price difference is not high enough to warrant the extra tooling around with the firmware and getting it to work and having a stable camera. So for right now, it's not a perfect I would say that the outdoor version off the Chinese website is coming down in price very fast, a solid $100 off, so that's something to think about too. So why do I like this camera? The image quality is amazing, and just the fact that you can do all these different things with it, the speaker, the microphone, the PoE or the Wi-Fi, the infrared, the 30 frames per second is great. I hooked this up to a Blue Iris desktop computer program, and very, very happy with it. Very stable. Couldn't be more happy with this thing. It's very light. I have it attached to the ceiling with Velcro of all things. I don't like to drill a lot of holes. I don't like to damage the walls for a lot of different reasons. But yeah, it's light enough that it's only being held up by some industrial Velcro. If there's any negatives about this camera, I would say that the lights that you see on there that are blinking, you have a solid blue one and you have a little orangish yellow one that's flickering constantly. That can be annoying to people. I have another one in another area, and you know, it's distracting. So you can put, all it is you can put black electrical tape over those things, whatever you can find, a sticker, and that solves the problem. But it is a bit annoying. At night when the, let's see if I can just show you here. At night, or when it's darker, you'll see the infrared light come on. Shut off the lights here, see if it comes on. Should hear a little click. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got the infrared light on, and you can see it still recording. Okay, we're gonna go back with the lights and you'll see it come off again. Okay, a little click. All right, so we're back. Let me show you one other thing. Hold on. So I'm going to let you listen to the speaker. There's going to be an echo in here just because of the way I have things configured right now. But here it goes. Test, test, test. Can you hear me? All right, all right. So just I have the software going on the computer next to me, so it's going to create that echo. But is surprisingly loud and clear and kind of fun to play with.